Hello and welcome to another episode of Gig and Tell podcast. I'm Tash.
I'm Phil.
And today we're going to be talking about 5 Seconds of Summer because I went to see them with my friend, with my two friends and my boyfriend, fiance, whoever, this week. And they were so good. But before I touch on them, I will say one of the last episodes that we posted was about us going to see water parks in Birmingham. That show was so good that me and Jazz decided to go and buy tickets to the Bristol show as well. So I have been to that since. I'm not going to do a whole episode on Bristol's show because it wasn't that different to the Birmingham show, for me to do a whole other episode on it. But there are a couple of things that I wanted to touch on before we dive into 5 Seconds of Summer, if you don't mind, if you'll give me the time.
I'll let you.
Thank you. So firstly, I've never been to a gig in Bristol, I don't think, ever. I've been to the theatre, but I've not been to a show, like a gig.
I have, but you weren't there.
Yeah. The venue we went in was so interesting. I've taken a picture to show you. It had 3 tiers, all standing, no seats, but you could just filter anywhere that you wanted to go. So when you first walk in, you're on the middle floor and the bar's there, and then you can walk down steps to go towards the stage at the front. You can stay there at the bar on like this tier, or you can go up some stairs to go onto a top tier. And it was really cool. I thought that's a really good way of doing it because everyone could see a lot better. Mm-hmm. And like, even if you were at the back of the standing bit at the front, right by the stage when you go down the stairs from the bar, even if you're at the back of that bit, you're still really close. Like, it was really, really good. Never been to a venue like that ever. Which I just found really interesting. And I don't know if we sent you any footage, but we got so close again. And we turned up like last minute.
Yeah, like you had to get from
work,
the West Midlands to Bristol.
Yeah.
Like just outside of Birmingham to Bristol.
And that was like
after
work. Like I don't finish work till 5:30. Then I had to pick my friend up. We didn't actually start heading to Bristol from my friends in like Dudley area until 6:15. And then we set off and then got there, parked. Luckily, the parking was literally like a 2-minute walk to the venue.
That's good.
It was literally next door to it. So.
Were you warm enough in the end?
Yeah.
Because it was freezing cold night.
Perfectly fine. Because we had the heating on in the car and then we literally had the 2-minute walk to the venue. Like, we were not a problem at all. But we got really close considering. Don't know what this is about, to be honest. There was a part. I'll post it onto our Instagram story so that you can go and reference it. But there was a part where I think it was during Funeral Grey. Austin brought a puppet out onto stage and just used a puppet for the whole.
Someone probably like gave it to them in the meet and greet.
Maybe.
Did you see his video of them talking about them getting robbed while they were on tour?
Mm-mm.
When they started their European tour, their storage unit got broken into.
What?
I'll have to show you the video after because it's a wild story. But they were like, we didn't like lose anything majorly important because we were on tour, so like most of our gear's with us.
Yeah.
But they like got a call from the LAPD being like, "Is this your storage unit?" And they were like, "Yeah." And they were like, "It's been broken into. They've like destroyed loads of stuff." So he was like, they've like completely broken my piano that was like the Sneaking Out of Heaven piano.
Oh my God, that breaks my heart.
And the people got caught because they went back a second time. But they went back again. But
to just smash things up?
They took some things, but they broke most of it.
Why? I wonder what the vendetta is there. That sounds personal.
Someone paid them to. Yeah, and he was like, I will drop all charges against them if they tell me who paid them because I can think of 2 people. What do you mean? But I'll show you the video. It was wild. But
oh my gosh,
I watched
that
it
is
this
so
morning and I
intriguing.
was just like, that's wild. Like the comments on the video, like someone had put.
That is mental.
Someone had commented saying, how is it like you released your like biography 7 years ago and you've already had so much more things happen to you.
Yeah, you need to write another book now.
So many more things happen to you that you could write another book.
Yeah.
Like,
That is mental. I actually can't believe that.
yeah, crazy story.
I'm excited to see that video. Please don't forget to show me.
No, remind me, I'll show you. How did the crowd in Bristol compare to Birmingham?
Well, I don't think it went off quite as much as it did in Brum. I think that it's because, I don't know if it's because I was more on the outskirts, and if we were in the centre we would have felt it more, maybe. Because I think that really does make a difference.
For sure.
Because we were close, but we were really to the side, like, whereas everything was like moshing in the middle. But he didn't encourage people at all either. Like, he was encouraging people to jump and stuff, but in terms of like when he says to us like open a pit now, and like, I feel like he didn't really do as much of that in Bristol. So maybe they're just a more chill, low-key vibe. It felt like that when you walked in. Like, everyone seemed really happy and, like, just really chill, and, like, everyone was just conversing and just chilling, and, like, everyone looked, like, quite in the spirit, whereas I feel like you go into Birmingham and everyone's, like, waiting for the band to come.
You can feel them, like, thinking of every reason they hate the person stood next to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was some really inconsiderate people that were stood right next to us who were, like, really like pushing us before the band came on, before Waterparks came out, because we missed the support by the time that we got there for this. By the time that Waterparks came out, like, they kept, like, beforehand were just like, I think they were playing some sort of game next to us, and they just kept like pushing us and like standing on my foot and like not apologising, but they were just really, really rude. And the person that was doing it to me was like massive, like huge, and they kept standing back into us, and there was a few people around us as well. Like, there was a couple in front of us that was like moving away because they were like, what the hell, like, why do these people keep standing and nudging and pushing, and like they were just really inconsiderate. So I thought, here we go, this is going to be like one of those gigs that I'm just really annoyed at the people next to us. Barely moved through the set. Didn't jump, dance, stand on my feet, nothing. I was so surprised. I was like literally waiting to like want to kill a bitch, but no, like me and Jazz were like jumping around, like having a blast, and these people next to us just seemed really chill in the end. And I was like, I'm confused by this aura, because you were not giving this a moment ago. In terms of the set list, so where we talked about in the previous episode, if you haven't seen our previous Waterparks episode, I definitely recommend going and watching that. But
we don't show up.
Like, it's a long one. But in that we talk about the choices of the songs, because there's a few points in the show, I think 3 points in the show, where they say, do you want this or this? Do you want this or this? Do you want this or this? And it's between the same songs for every show that they do. And then they pick someone in the crowd to choose which one they want. And in the first Waterparks show that we saw, it was picked Peach, Gloom Boys and Lucky People. In the set that we went to see for Bristol, it was Telephone, Not Warriors and 21 Questions. So we literally got all three opposite, and I was like, I am over the moon.
Fuming.
I was over the moon.
Absolutely fuming.
Because you really wanted Telephone.
I really wanted Telephone, and to be honest, I prefer 21 Questions over Lucky People as well. I know both of them, so it's not like with Telephone versus Peach where I was like, I don't know Peach.
Yeah.
But like, just like 21 Questions, just like when it kicks in,
it hits.
You know,
and they did it. It was just, so you know how he does the acoustic set in the middle. He did his acousticness and he started his 21 Questions. His acousticness. You know what I mean? Like, Jeff and Otto got off the stage and he does his little bit where he does all of his acoustic set, and then he does 21 Questions, and then I saw Otto sit at his drum set, and I said, Jazz, it's about to happen. And she went, what? And then he went, would you get tired of my time? And then Jeff and Otto come in and all the lights came back on, and it was like, my mood's so terrified. And I was like, oh my God, I'm having the best time. It was so good.
And speaking of your acousticy section,
yeah,
you also got a little bit of Easy to Hate.
I also got a little bit of Easy to Hate. And right before Birmingham show, you'd literally said, like, I'm waiting to see that song live.
Yeah, because I've still not seen that one live, and you were like, they always play Easy to Hate, and literally not once since then have they played it. And then they played it in Bristol, and I just...
Again, we only got a snippet, but like you definitely missed the better song choices in my opinion.
Yep.
But I love all of Waterparks' discography, so like I was happy that I'd got to see all of them. But yeah, that was definitely a highlight. And I might say actually, in Bristol they had screens. So you know how in Birmingham they showed the old man between it, like talking about like the different sections of the show in between the sections. Well, they had that in Bristol as well, but they also had like graphics while they were playing. They had steam smoke coming up on stage, and the lights and the screen, and it was like funky like graphics. And I don't remember them having that at Birmingham. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like, if you had the screen anyway, why didn't you just play?
I mean, maybe they didn't. It was just so low down.
Maybe
In Birmingham.
Maybe I like wasn't watching them as much. Like I said
I don't remember there being things on the screen while they were playing.
Neither.
Like I only remember it being in between, but it doesn't mean there wasn't.
I might need to look back at some of the videos and double check that, but I don't remember it. And they also, like I said, had like smoke like coming out of holes in different parts of the stage at some points, like which was pretty cool. So yeah, I think that they were the main differences.
I feel like they did have the smoke.
Did they have smoke at Birmingham?
I think so.
I don't remember. I do feel like I was dancing and like dancing and moshing and like turning to you guys and enjoying being in the moment a lot more in Birmingham, so I probably didn't notice the stage stuff as much. Whereas in this one I was like, right, I've done that. That was like the vibe one where I went all out, and now this one I feel like I just want to like really take it in. So I feel like I was taking in the stage, Austin, like just everything a lot more. Like,
no, they definitely had the smoke bits, in Birmingham. I remember, because I remember them going off like immediately.
Okay. And there was actually, they played a song called Teenage Jealousy, which I'd never heard of before. I was like, I don't know where this has come from, but I think that it's in the same small EP little release thing as Call Me Beat Me and stuff. Like it's like some sort of lost songs from somewhere along the way, and it was really good, and it made me go away and want to like listen to it. I haven't yet listened to it, but I have like googled all the lyrics and gone through them all. I do need to listen to it, but I just don't know where to find it. I don't know if they only release that on SoundCloud and places like that you can like that, or if you can just get it on Spotify. Because you can get Call Me Beat Me on Spotify. I'm not sure. And Talking to Myself. But yeah, I'd never heard of that before, and I thought that was an interesting one. But yeah, very good. Highly recommend. I'm really sad that that tour's over now, but they have said that like they've completed the next Waterparks album. They confirmed that in Bristol as well. I know they said it in Glasgow maybe, but they confirmed it in Bristol as well. And
might have said like, it at every show. I don't know. I don't remember them saying it in Birmingham. I don't remember them saying it, but we also chatted a lot of shit while he was chatting at times. I saw a video, basically when I go onto TikTok, if I don't realise that I'm on the Gig and Tell page and not my personal one, the feed is all Waterparks, like the whole thing. And I saw another video on there today of someone announcing their pregnancy to their mom at a Waterpark show.
Interesting.
Austin's in the background just chatting about donuts.
Interesting.
And she's announcing her pregnancy to her mom. Anyway, 5 seconds of summer.
5 seconds of summer. They never disappoint. Honestly, they never disappoint. And I can't lie, when they released their new album, I was a bit like, what's going on? What is going on?
This?
But it's been a grabber on me. I prefer it a lot more now than I did when I first listened to it. And their extra tracks that they've released are really good as well. Like, I think their extra tracks are actually better than the songs they've got on the album, like the normal album. And I've seen them, I think, 3 times before. I think this was my 4th time seeing them. And I think that the last time that I saw them, when they came to Birmingham, the time before this, was my favourite set list that they've ever done. That was a banging set list. This set list I didn't like as much, but I think it's because I'm quite a nostalgic 5 Seconds of Summer listener, and they played maybe 7 tracks, 6 or 7 tracks off their new album, which meant that obviously then they cut out a lot of older stuff. I cannot believe, like, If you think of 5 Seconds of Summer, what songs do you think of? Like top 3.
I mean, mine will all be old ones,
They do go on.
but I mean, the only one that I've ever listened to out of choice really is Amnesia.
Okay, they play Amnesia. They play She Looks So Perfect.
She Looks So Perfect. Yeah, that would have been my next one.
They did not play Don't Stop.
I forgot about Don't Stop.
I cannot believe I live in a world. Apparently, they don't really like that song. I watched a video recently where they say actually that they don't like Don't Stop at all. Like they regret making it, but for some reason the UK loves it and they wouldn't be here now. Like it's one of their big songs, but they don't like playing it, so they just don't play it. And I feel like
it one of the early singles?
Yeah.
Was that the video where they're in the superhero costumes?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff?
That's the one.
See, you subjected me to 5 Seconds of Summer enough times that I know some things.
There you go. It was a big one of theirs. It was a really big one, and I feel like I was about to start singing it, and I was like, "Is that the right song?" But it is, isn't it? You like perfection, some kind of holiday. It's just iconic of 5 Seconds of Summer. So I was just really surprised I didn't play it. There was also one point where just before the encore, and I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but just before the encore, they played a clip because there was loads of clips throughout it, but they played a clip and then they were like, "Oh, let's take it back to something." Well, I can't remember exactly how they phrased it, but they were like, "Oh, let's take it back to the old days." And then they said, "Oh, here's Heartbreak Girl." And then the screen went off. The crowd screamed. They came on and they played a song off the new album. They didn't play Heartbreak Girl. And then I was like, what? I was fuming. But they don't like that either. They regret making that one as well, which I found out recently.
I feel like they're definitely one of those bands that just hate everything that they did. Pre.
They like the slept on ones, but they don't like the ones that went off.
Yeah, the teenage girl ones.
Yeah, exactly.
It must be a really tough balance because artists change for sure. People change. You go through things and you might not like the same things and want to create the same things as you did before. But I do feel like you do need to appreciate that if that's the song that got you where you are.
Yeah.
There's
And actually, their favourite song they've ever made is She Looks So Perfect. They love that song. They love it. They love performing it. They've said a million times it's their favourite 5 Seconds of Summer song. They love it. And I really respect that. But I didn't like how they said, and their whole album is about being a boy band, and their new album is being a boy band and breaking the norms and I don't know, one of their songs are called Evolve, off the new album, and it's about them growing out of that boy band phase into this new era that they want to create, and having that control back over their music and not just making what sells and making what they want to make. And so I understand them breaking away from Try Hard and Don't Stop and Heartbreak Girl and that kind of thing. But it is so evil to put on the screen, let's take it back to Heartbreak Girl, and then play a song off the new album and not play. I thought, oh, okay, maybe they've done that and then they'll surprise us with Heartbreak Girl after and kick straight into it. But they didn't do that either. They did a new one and then Young Blood. They ended on Young Blood. That was the last song that they played. And I thought that was evil of them to do to the fans.
That's really quite cruel.
That was evil. I was sad. But
you got some solo Michael as well, didn't you?
We got some solo, everyone.
You got some see, I don't know anyone else's stuff. That's probably why Jazz only sent that one. Because Michael's is the only one. When 5 Seconds of Summer were first a thing, I was like, he just doesn't look like he fits part of them, there. And he's obviously he's referenced that in some of his new songs and his solo stuff
and his interviews and stuff.
He was always the one that I was like, he's the one, he should be in a band that I do like, and he should be making music that I do like.
He brought the edge to 5 Seconds of Summer.
Now his new music, I'm like, right.
Yeah, his album Side Quest is so good. It's a really good album. And yeah, they had a part of the set where they so starting from the beginning, they had like they did it all as if it was a documentary about 5 Seconds of Summer. So it was like, you know how like if you were watching a documentary about a boy band, it would like have all the clips of all the fans and screaming fans and them like hiding and like moving away and like them performing, and it would come up like text on the screen like the world's biggest boy band, and then like let's talk about their journey and like things like that. And then when they were talking, it had that documentary microphone effect. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but they did it really well and pieced it like a documentary. And they were like, they were taking the piss a bit because they're just like, they think they're comedians. They're like, they are really funny, but they're like a bit, they're like a bit of, they piss take out of themselves. And they were like, they were saying it is so hard being the like biggest boy band in the world. Like, it's crazy. We just keep getting bigger, and it was really hard. It was really hard some days, and like they were like doing like bits like this, and they cut to clips like that all throughout the set. Like every other song, they would cut back to a clip on the screen like that while they got ready for the next like section, which we actually said was a bit disappointing because they could have fit in like at least a couple more songs if they'd have cut some of those clips out, because the clips weren't like short clips, they were like segments, and it was like we were watching a movie and watching a show, which was a cool concept, but it just felt like and it was cool to start with, but while they were still doing it an hour and a half into the show and they were still cutting to clips, it just felt a bit like, come on, like we're back in the flow of it. We want them to stay on stage for a bit. So yeah, but it was funny, and they're really funny guys. And it cut back to a bit where like Ashton put a bandana back around his head in one of the clips, and Callum was doing his signature jump that he used to do and stuff, and it got really funny.
I miss things like that. I feel like there's not that like whimsy in the music scene anymore. Like,
everyone takes themselves so seriously.
I'm obviously not reading teen magazines now, but I remember the one having a like bandana off.
Yeah.
So, because everyone was wearing bandanas at the time, so like
Harry, Brad, Ashton.
Yeah, Ashton was quite high up on it. There was George. Like there were so many people on there, and they'd like ranked them all. Like they'd got like a scale, and it was like how high up on the scale were they. It was really like that. That's like ingrained in my memory.
Yeah, I love
like,
that.
It's like in there. I think I might still have a cutout of it. 'Cause I've got. I can't bring myself to get rid of it. I've got a folder.
An old school cutout folder.
So all of the Vamps magazine cutouts that I had like stuck on my wardrobe are in this folder.
Oh, that's cute that you kept them.
And now I just can't bring myself to get rid of it. So I've still got it somewhere, and I'm pretty sure that bandana page is in there.
Interesting.
Pretty sure.
That's really cute. That's really cute that you've kept those.
Because it's got my my colouring in.
Yes.
And stuff as well.
Yeah, your competition colouring.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right though. Like, things.
Where's the whimsy?
They're just not as fun. Yeah, I agree. And it was nice that they were showing homage to like their old selves, and like still paying that respect, even though they're moving on from it. So yeah, that was nice, but I do feel like there was a bit too much of the video clips going through the show. And at one point they were talking about how they split up and they all went to do their own stuff. So then Luke came out and played Starting Line, and then Callum came out and played his, and Ashton and Michael, and they all came out and played their own songs off their own personal albums, and like had like one song each where they had like that moment for themselves. And Harrison sang more lines of Starting Line by Luke Hemmings than he did to any 5 Seconds of Summer song. It was hilarious. He actually said to me today that he went going to the show thinking, like, I like 5 Seconds of Summer, but really what am I doing here? Like,
yeah,
I'm a bit over it. Like, they're all right.
I was just thinking, like, I love that he doesn't have the like, I'm a man.
Masculine.
I'm not gonna go see 5 Seconds or something.
No, he said, I felt a bit like, okay, like, I like them, but like enough to be here, I'm not sure. And then he was like, I came out that gig and was like, I remember why I bought a ticket. He was like, they were so good. He said, they're by far my favourite boy band. And I said, I've got to agree that they're probably my most listened to. I listen to 5 Seconds of Summer more than I listen to the Vamps. More than I've ever listened to One Direction.
I can't relate to that.
More than I've ever listened to Uni and J. Like, I genuinely think, 5 Seconds of Summer have got to be my most played boy band that I listen to. Like, they've just got so many bangers. They're so fun. I love them. I love them to pieces. And the set list wasn't as good as previous times that I'd seen them, but it was really nice to see fresh new music and their fresh new look. Like, did you see what they looked like when we went to see them this time?
I saw Jazz's blurry video of Michael singing.
Did you see Mo's story of Lou Cummings? And she was like, he's the hottest boy band member to ever live.
Didn't she put like sexiest frontman or something?
Sexiest frontman, yeah. She said it during the show as well. This is his. He walks away. His new image with his brown hair and his leather jacket and his sunglasses. Oh, we all took our sunglasses as well to go.
If you'd have just showed me this video and not said anything, just from this quick bit, I'd have just assumed it was a 1975.
Matty Healy. Oh, actually, after this, I want to show you some of the videos because it was so good. Please let me show you some of the videos.
I don't hate them. I did hate them.
Yeah.
You know.
And to be fair, I always thought that they would be a bit more you than like the Vamps and One Direction that we did listen to because they had a bit of edge about them.
I'm unpredictable.
Yeah, clearly. And little did you know that was just a massive pun because they've got a song called Unpredictable. Five fans made that joke a lot.
I don't know that song. That was not intentional. I literally couldn't have told you that was a song.
I was hoping for Try Hard. I'm disappointed it wasn't on the set list. Do you remember Try Hard with the roller coaster video? She's dropping out of school because she don't need the grades. I love that song. I've actually got a rose tattoo here in homage of that song. Let me Google the set list. And I just like that they really don't take themselves too seriously. They seriously were so funny through the whole thing and they talked quite a lot. They were just great.
That's good. Serious is overrated anyway.
I agree.
There's nothing worse than seeing a band that that look like they hate each other.
I agree. I love seeing the
chemistry,
passion, yeah. But they came out actually. So the set was a massive limo. I don't know if you've seen any of the promo for their stuff, but everyone's a star is a massive pink limo, and they're little bobbleheads on the front, but they're a massive pink limo, and
the bobbleheads, obviously.
All the promotion's been around this limo, for example, one of their main songs from this album, one of the lines in it is, "Boy in a boy band, make that monkey dance," and it's all about being this boy band and what it is to be a boy band and the limo and stuff and living the famous life and it's all about that kind of thing. So on the set they had a massive limo, and in the first video clip it was actually live of them inside the limo and the cameraman was in there and they were sitting inside this limo and they were saying singing lyrics we would just be sitting around going singing lyrics to each other, and they were doing this around the camera and then laughing and stuff, and then the camera cut, the lights went down, everyone was woo, and then they emerged out of the limo from where they all just walked out of the limo from where they'd been inside, and I was oh, that is so cool. I've never seen anyone do anything like that before. Actually film them already on stage, but they're inside this limo, and then they walk out of this limo. I was that's pretty sick.
Wasn't that kind of what McBuster did with the DeLorean? There was this video of them backstage, rushing round, and they're running late or whatever, and they get in the DeLorean, and then it came down, and
Very
they got out.
then,
it was that kind of
okay,
So you have, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We're talking 12 years ago.
Yeah. That's mental. Unreal.
Crisis.
You know, I asked someone, this is completely off topic, but I asked someone at work the other day, how many concerts do you think I've been to? genuinely, like, if I read to you my notes list right now of all the concerts I've been to, how many would you guess? And she said, well, just from knowing you from working here for the last 6 months, you've been to more than I've ever been to in my whole life. So
Wild.
let me think. And then she was like, I'd say maybe about like 160. I said, you're like so spot on. I said, my notes is at 140-ish and I haven't put any from this year in yet. So I said, you're really
Yeah,
not
I
that
need to
far
update
off. Like, you're
mine.
like 10, maybe 10 more than
Yeah.
I've been to. But I was like, you're really not that far off. And I was like, that's a pretty good going. She guessed quite well. Anyway, the set list.
People at work now, like, because if I'm going to a gig after work, I take my makeup with me.
Yeah.
Because I don't have time to do it after, so I do it on my lunch break. So I'll go in with no makeup on, and then I come out with, like,
Yeah.
eyeliner, bright eyeshadow, the lot. And people just turn to me now and go, who are you seeing tonight then?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, speaking of which, there's a painter that comes into our work called John the painter, and he's a really old like man, like a little granddad. He's so cute. He's so sweet. And he like rambles and no one's listening to him, but he just talks to himself. He's like the cutest little guy. And he came in after like, I haven't seen him for months. I don't remember the last time that he was in work. And he came in and we were like, oh, what are you painting today, John? He was like, nothing, like I'm just here to say hello and someone's going to look at my car. And the first time he comes over and speaks to me, he says, have you been to any concerts recently then? And I was like, even John the painter that doesn't even work here, he's just done a couple of odd jobs here.
Yeah.
And I've met him like maybe 5 or 6 times. Even he is asking me, have you been to any concerts? And that was Wednesday and I'd just been to 5 Stars. So I said, yesterday, John. Yesterday, last week, the week before that, the week before that. Right, the set list. So they started with Not Okay, which is a new one off their new album, followed by Number One Obsession, which is another one off their new album, followed by Teeth, which is one of Harrison's favourites. I think that's off the Youngblood album. Very good song. Easier is again off that same album, really good. And More, which is also really good. I feel like you haven't known one song yet.
Not one.
Followed by I Still Feel the Same, which is off the new album. Followed by No Shame, which is off Calm, I want to say. And then She's Kinda Hot. There you go. Number 8 is the first one you know.
Yeah.
Followed by Boy Band, which is a new one. Followed by Telephone Busy, which is a new one. Followed by Evolve, which is a new one. This is what I mean by they played like the whole new album, but it really then cancels out their older stuff. And I hate to be that person, but I prefer their old stuff. I don't love their new album.
This is
much.
where it
I
just
like
depends,
it,
isn't it? Like, if the Vamps played all of their new stuff, we'd be like over the moon.
Yeah.
We'd be like, sack off Somebody to You.
Yeah.
Play Married in Vegas.
Yeah.
Play, I've forgotten all
Nothing
of the
But
songs.
You.
Yeah, just anything off Cherry Blossom,
Yeah.
anything off Day.
Yeah.
Not like just play the last couple of albums that you've done. Like let's sack off.
Oh,
a
but
few
it
of them,
wouldn't
eat
be
them
the
out.
same.
It
Seeing the
wouldn't
Vamps
be the
without
same.
Can We Dance.
I need them to do an anthology tour.
I know. I've said that. I've said the same thing.
They need a 6th album though, because otherwise it's
Oh yeah.
yeah. TV6.
She's Kinda Hot. Followed by Boy Band, which is a new one. Telephone Busy, Evolve. They're both new ones. Followed by Bad Omens, which is off the pink album with the colour. Like I think it. I don't know. I don't.
The pink album with the colour.
They're all like jumping like this. I don't know what that album's called. It might literally be like 5 Stars 5 or something. Like I can't remember what it's called, but that's a really good album. I think that was the album that came out before this one. I think that was the last one, and now they've just released. Then they had some time off to do their solo stuff, and now they've just released that. I'm pretty sure. But Bad Omens, I absolutely love. I feel like the people that I went with didn't really know that one that well at all, but it was like. The way that I can describe it to you is it feels like Glory Days. Like, that's how it feels.
Glory Days.
That's how it feels. It's like the same kind of energy of, I want to cry. I'm so happy I'm here right now. Kind of thing.
Last time I saw them play Glory Days, I did cry.
Yeah, like big sob. Like, I'm so grateful for my life. Like, that's how it makes me feel. And they did confetti and stuff in that bit as well. It was so good. Followed by Ghost of You, which is a slow, sadder one, which I think, again, is off Calm or Youngblood. I'm Scared I'll Never Sleep Again is a new one. And then they would have done, like, another little video thing, because then it's Starting Line by Luke Hebbins, Have You Found What You're Looking For by Ashton Irwin, Don't Forget You Love Me by Callum Hood, and Enough by Michael Clifford, which was very good.
I do love Enough.
It was one that really hit. I was hoping for Give Me a Break. Obviously, I was hoping for Give Me a Break. I can't believe that there are people out there that have been to see water parks and Michael's came out and they've played Give Me a Break and kissed on stage, and I was not one of those people. I am heartbroken. I was really hoping because their tours were really close together that they might coincide and come together at some point in the UK to do it. But I think that on the night that Water Parks played their last show, Five Sauce was starting their first show in the UK.
Oh, so they could have done something.
I think they could have. But either way.
Yeah, they can't drag him to everyone, can they? Just for one song.
No.
That's the thing.
I was really hoping for Give Me a Break for Michael. But oh well. I really like Enough as well.
I love Enough. Enough is like one of my favourites.
To be fair, it was probably a better song live than Give Me a Break would have been, to be fair. But without Austin.
I do love Give Me a Break as well.
Without Austin. Just Michael.
Yeah, because he'd have had to have had one of the other lads do Austin's part, at least in the bit where they're like conversing.
Yeah, where they're like,
sorry, don't hate my friend.
Yeah, I just think it would have been a lot harder to do. Yeah. Like, it's not a conventional song, is it? So I understand his choice. And it was really good, and we had a blast. Yeah. And then they threw it back a bit, and they played Amnesia, English Love Affair, Voodoo Doll, which is one of my all-time favourites.
That's one of the few you've said that I know.
All-time favourites. Waste the Night, which is another old one. Jet Black Heart, which I feel like would have been the most you. And then She Looks So Perfect. So those last, 5 songs there were, I was really there for it.
I could have gone for the encore and known them.
Yeah.
Those last few.
Yeah, it was Enough, Amnesia, English Love Affair, Voodoo Doll, Waste the Night, Jet Black Heart, She Looks So Perfect. And then they did the encore, which was Everyone's a Star and Youngblood.
Yeah, if I'd have gone for just before the encore, I'd have known those last few.
Yeah. And really, you'd have only missed She's Kind of Hot that you would have known. I'm pretty sure all the others you wouldn't have known. But yeah, it was good, and I knew all the songs. Other than, I will say, I didn't listen to much of Callum. I knew Callum's, I knew Luke's, and I didn't listen to much of Ashton's solo stuff. I listened to maybe 2 songs that weren't really my vibe, and then I didn't give him another go. But when he performed just now, they were really good live. The song that he played, he performed really well. So maybe I need to give him another go. But
I've not listened to any of the rest of the solo stuff. I've only listened to Michael's, and that's not an. If you'd have been like, you need to listen to this album, you know me, I probably wouldn't have listened to it. But Spotify DJ, DJ X, played. What was the first? Cool was the first one.
Cool was the first one I'd listened to as well.
And it was before the album came out, and I was like, actually, I do really like this. So when the album came out, I gave it a listen.
Yeah.
And it's obviously just it's banger.
Side Quest is the only album I've listened to in full. The other 3, I've listened to odd songs of them, but I've not sat and listened to their albums the way that I did with Michael's. Because I just knew Michael's was my vibe.
Was that because me and Jazz, though, were like, it's actually really good?
Yeah, because I'd listened to Cool and I really liked it. And then obviously they released Give Me a Break, and I was like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
what the fuck? My universe is this is a parallel.
And Give Me a Break was a grower. On first listen, I was like, the video's cool, but what is the song? But no, I do kind of love it.
Oh no, I loved it from first listen, but I am biased. If you put 5 Seconds of Summer and
it had Austin. All it required was Austin.
And Austin together, you've sold me.
Yeah.
I will never forget watching that.
I will never unhear that scream. The scream.
I think it was a valid reaction. Honestly, I cannot. If you haven't seen the Give Me a Break music video by Michael and Austin Knight, you need to go and watch it. It was insane.
I've never heard a scream scrumped so loud in my entire life.
Man, what a time. But yeah, anyway, 5 Seconds of Summer were absolutely incredible. The set was great.
Was it
I
Utilita?
said, that limo. Yes, it was at Utilita. And yeah, the set was great. The lights were great. They had several confetti moments. No picks or drumsticks were caught, unfortunately. But
you just need me though.
And they had a runway, which meant that we were closer than we thought we were going to be because felt quite far back, but I didn't realise there was a runway, so at one point they were a lot closer to us. The vibes were just there from the get-go. Like, it really felt like everyone was really there for a good time. Like, the moment they came on, the girl right behind my friend, like, screamed at the top of her lungs, and my friend turned around and was like, that was like right in my ear hole, so she turned around and she was like, gee, and she went, sorry, this is my first concert ever, and Mo was like, enjoy it, girl. Like, enjoy it. Scream in my ear all you want. Which was cute. But yeah, just generally, like, the vibes there were, like, so good. Everyone was just there for a good time. The band were funny. The songs were great. They're so good live, honestly. Luke's voice is next level. And yeah, I was a bit disappointed because I love Try Hard, I love Heartbreak Girl, I love Don't Stop. I love, like, their old hits that they don't really like playing. So it was a bit upsetting, but yeah. I have seen them before, so it's not like I completely missed out because I've been to those tours before where they have played those songs. So I feel like I can't complain, and it was nice seeing some fresh music.
Yeah.
So
I remember being absolutely gutted seeing Lizzie McAlpine and finding out that she's like doesn't play her old stuff at all.
Oh.
She's like, that was me then, this is me now, and she just played like her new album, and I was like, not even like a little bit of like Doomsday or Orange Show Speedway, like none of them, and I was just like,
oh yeah, that reminds me of you, that song.
Yeah, like that album was so good, and she's like, it's just not me anymore, and I was like, but it's me.
Yeah.
I love that album.
I know. It is sad when artists do that, but you can see both sides. Like, I understand, but it's sad.
I understand, but not one.
Yeah.
Not one off another album.
I know, that's quite savage.
Yeah.
I haven't touched on my merch.
Okay, yeah.
So this is not official 5 seconds of summer merch because, girl, I'm poor and I can't afford a hoodie that's like £80. And also, I didn't love any of their merch on the merch stand. Like, I went in with full intent that I was going to buy a t-shirt. And to be fair, there was one t-shirt that was all right. But I was like, but it's all right and it's 40 quid. So, like, I'm not going to do it. And then we came out and my fiance was like, oh, can we look at some of the, like, outside, like, knockoff, illegal? And I was like, yeah. So we crossed the road and I saw this hoodie on the floor and I was like, this is very nice. So it would cost me £40, 41 because they have to charge £1 if you're paying by card, but £40. And it's
love that they can't take that £1 hit.
I know. And so it's got the stars up the sleeve because the tour was that everyone's a star tour, and it's got 5 seconds of summer on the front of the star, and then let me turn around. I think that my hair's feeling quite short today, so. Everyone's a star, just on the back there. Hopefully you can see.
You'll be able to see that.
But yeah, so this is what I got from the show, so it felt right to be wearing it in today's video, you know. I think that just about rounds off this video. I think that we've covered everything that I wanted to cover. I don't think I've got anything else to add. So yeah, I'm sure that things will come to me later on, but for now, that is all I wanted to say. So thank you so much for watching yet another video. I'm a little bit behind with posting stories of the shows that we've been to. So I'm going to go and spam all of the Instagram stories now with all of the like videos and stuff that we took. So do head over to our Instagram if you wanted to see any of the content from the show and like kind of immerse yourself in it with us. And I think that's it until next time. So we'll see you next Thursday with a brand new video.
Bye.
Bye.